Hello, Twitchers. Welcome to Inters. This is Season 6, Tier 1, round number 9, and I hope you brought an appetite, because we're in Hungary. I am Marty, be back in the hot seat as ever, and it is good to be back. I'm so sorry for the delay. My TV decided to turn itself off, but that is okay. Temperatures are going to be high, along with anticipation, as we do make tracks to this circuit in Budapest, where concentration is going to be key to success, as overtaking is not common at all, and qualifying is going to be the most important part of the day. First held in 1936, the Hungary ring has 14 turns, giving us 8 to the right and 6 to the left. 4.381 kilometres is the length, 35 laps is the distance. So turn those tyre pressures down and set your wings to the super max as we go racing once again here at Inters. Up here in the commentary box, my usual suspect is sadly unavailable this evening, as he is off racing camels with Tetris in the Portimao Desert. But to fill those shoes is someone who has left their mark both on the track and also off the track in the stewards room, currently running 4th after round 8 in the Tier 3 Championship. The man himself, Jerrybot. Jerry, welcome to Sky Race Control, brother.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks for having me. I think I've just gone on with Checkered Flag, who looks like he's going to kick things off. Not sure if I've got the switch loaded up yet, so I might get that done, hey?
Yeah. Ooh, and unfortunately, my TV does keep turning itself off, and I'm not even sure why. So I'm just going to look into that. If you could just, I don't know, talk about something. I currently can't see anything. Technical difficulties up here in Sky Race Control.
I'll talk about Websy and Bambi setting laps on Inters, because that's always funny. If they can get out of people's way. But we are on board with Yusuf, so looks like he's just warming up the tyres through Sector 2 now. Not holding anybody up. I think he's good. And I think in terms of time, I'm thinking we're going to set a low 115 here today. Low to mid 115 is my call for pole. Who's going to get though, I don't know. I feel like everybody's quick, so anybody's guess. But I think we're going to see a time on the board already, a mid 115 by Checkered Flag. Without any track evolution, beats the Tier 2 pole time by over a tenth. So, while we're on board with the Ferrari, let's see what kind of time he can do. He's just started his lap. Heading into turn 1. Taking it in 3rd gear, gentle on the throttle. As Broke Vegan goes pole. 115.5. Turn 2, down to 4th. Eases back on the power. Flat out through here. It's got some traffic up ahead which we'll have to navigate. Gentle, lift off the throttle. 4 through this right-hander. This is where I struggle, Sector 2. It's the easiest place to lose the most time, I think. Holds it through 4th. No invalidations. Ever so slight lift. Traffic moves out of the way, as you'd expect in Tier 1.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man. I've got no picture on my screen. Sorry, viewers, but I can't. I don't know what's happening here. It's just gone blank. I'm hoping my PS5 hasn't died, because that would be tragic. As we were just saying, thanks to Codemasters earlier. I don't think it's that. I wonder if I can.
We've got a Ferrari lockout at the moment, with both at 1-2 in the provisional pole and provisional P2.
Nice. All right.
But it's kind of hard to tell you because you can't see. But
I can't see a damn thing. Yep.
So Wicked Vicky on a 117 on the mediums. That's a pretty damn quick time, if you ask me. As looks like he has Bambi's invalidated on his Inters. I might just quickly check and see if I can get.
I'm just going to quickly change my HDMI cord and see if that helps.
All good. If not, let me know and I can try and jump in.
Okay.
Bear with us, guys. We're just having some technical difficulties. We'll just blame Cody's. I'm just on board with Luke in the Haas, seeing what kind of time he can set. So he's just about to hit end of Sector 2 with a split time of 54.7. So a bit of traffic in front, which will hopefully move out of his way. Yes, it's coming around the final 2 corners now. Ever so slight lock-up going into that final one. But it gets traction down around the final corner in 4th, opens the DRS in 3, 2, 1, and crosses the line 1:16.5. But I think there's definitely more pace in there for him. As Mercy gets into the 1:15s, but Broke Vegan's lap is still holding strong.
Okay.
How are you going, Marty?
It would appear that the HDMI cord has died. I have got another one plugged in, and we, I think, are back up and running. Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I've been playing my bloody PlayStation for the whole week. I've been playing Far Cry, and it's been absolutely fine. But, of course, same as ever. It's just when it really matters that it decides to go flat and die. So I have found another one from my other PS4 Pro, the good old dinosaur that is a PS4 Pro, and we are back up and running. What's been happening? We are in the low 15s, the 1:15.357, Jerry. 10 minutes left in the session. What can you tell me?
Well, we saw, like I said, we got a few drivers already in the 1:15s. Chilpill just set that lap now, so he'll be pretty stoked with himself. 2 tenths clear. Red Bull are dominating Hungary, so they picked up a 1-2 last night. So I think Red Bull TP is going to be pretty chuffed with himself.
Yeah, I reckon he absolutely is. We've got Bambi down in P11 and the other Red Bull on a fresh set of softer 1:20. That'll be a banker for him at the moment, but of course there's still 5 seconds in a Broke Vegan. Yusuf P3, the 2 Ferraris on the first and second row at this stage. Checkered flag in the Williams. Another admirable driver, 15.657. That's a banger. That's absolutely, that's exactly 3 tenths behind the leader, which is, it's not a lot around here. I mean, it's not even that long of a track, and it's just,
that's right.
It's all just mostly flat out, really, and downforce is the way to go, man. It's going to be a 50-44, 50-45 wing somewhere around here.
That's what I was running, 50-44.
Yeah.
Looks like Frosty's just started the lap, so if you want to jump on board with him, he's just kicked things off.
Frosty, where are we looking for Frosty in the Haas? Oh, let's just jump on board. Listen to that. What a beautiful sounding Haas, the MoneyGram Haas. I'm just going to quickly adjust my audio settings here. Gosh, this has been a technical disaster so far, but nonetheless, let's just adjust the little slider there up that way a wee bit. So there we go. All right. 8.5 left in this qualifying session. The rotation of the Haas through that, crikey, through that chicane there. Fantastic. About the 50-metre mark, you're braking. That is a well-decided car. It is just sitting beautifully on the track, flat through here in the 6th if you can, and over the curb down towards the final sector. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Haas can do across the line. As we get to rear out there a wee bit too. He's all over these curbs, Jerry. He's all over them like a fat kid on a cupcake, mate. Round through the final, the penultimate turn there, that hairpin that catches a lot of that. It's where Max Verstappen spun last year, did a full 360, and continued on to beat Charles Leclerc, I think, in the Ferrari as well. He had a banger of a race. So across the line, I knew there'd be a banger. The Haas goes P2, Frosty, and then gets jumped by Websy 007 with a 15.1. We're almost into the 14s, Jerry.
Jeez. Yeah, I think they're going to get close. So how long's left? We've still got 7.5 minutes, so I think we're definitely going to see a bit more pace as the track evolves from now. So
I think
drivers yet to set a lap as well.
I was just going to say that. I think there's still a few times that are yet to be put on the board. Extinct Clicks, the 2 Mercedes, as we do say that Clicks goes out on a lap. He's on the out. Kaio has managed to get in last minute, being one of the reserve drivers for this evening. Scotty 793, who managed to set up the lobby, as my PlayStation wouldn't allow me to do that. Technical difficulties and whatnot, so he's on an outlap as well. That Williams is going to go well. His teammate Checkered Flag up in P2 with a 15.3. It'd be interesting to see what Scotty can do. Who have you got your eye on at the moment, Jerry?
I'm just watching Aussie 2Ks on a lap. I'm just going to see what sort of Sector 2 split he can set. It's always a good judge. It's not great, 54.4, so that's going to most likely put him high 115s, low 116s.
Yeah, run a bit in the mid-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But first lap out for him, so as he abandons, he goes into the pits there, so...
Oh, he does too, so that's all she wrote for Aussie, isn't it? I love how a lot of drivers just go full speed up to that pit limiter mark, and then it just... Gravity takes over. Science says Websy. Oh, is that another lap from Websy? Has he just gone again? Oh no, he's still in the pit lane, sorry. But a 15.1, that's an absolute banger. Out on track now, Chilpill, who was provisional P1.
15.0.
That's almost a second quicker than it was last night, Jerry.
I just don't know where they find the pace. Like, what are they doing that I'm not doing?
I know, right? I don't understand. That's what did I say? I did a 16.1 or something in qualifying. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But like I said, where are they finding a second? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. But good on them. That's why they are the best of the rest, isn't it?
So now the other Mercedes who didn't abandon his lap, KLX, coming across the line now. He's going to go 1:15.292 for P3. And I actually reckon he has more pace than that. I was just on board with him, and he didn't get the best exit out of the second last corner there. I find that's a really low traction zone.
Is that the left-hand hairpin?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's not great. That is certainly a difficult part of the racetrack. What do you reckon for strat round here, bro? What do we? I think the meds aren't that great, are they?
I quite liked the meds on my setup.
Yeah.
So I think I did a medium hard, and I found the hards almost really quick. Not that you want to base your strategy off if there will be a safety car, but I mean, if there is going to be one, I think soft hard is a good strategy here, or if you get an early safety car and you get a few free laps under that safety car, then maybe even soft medium. But that's not far wrong if you can make it work. Last night we had most of the drivers were on mediums. I think it was only 2 on the softs to start. Rest were on medium or hard.
I think that because the preferred strategy, to be honest, looking back, good old hindsight, I maybe should have gone like a hard mid and jumped on the meds with the lighter car with the less fuel. And I think towards the end I'd have been a bit quicker. But it's sort of, it's how much do you sacrifice in that first stint, how long do you go on those hards, because they were a very, very good tyre. They didn't seem to drop off. Well, I didn't find they dropped off.
Ooh.
But
so Kaio gets into the pits, he abandons his lap.
I
was just on board with him. So I think the softs you can get about 17 laps until they get to their dead zone.
That's a long way.
Med's 23 laps, the hard's 26 laps. So
that's a long way, mate. 17 laps on soft when I'll tell you what, the tyre temperatures around here are going to be in the low hundreds. They're going to be about 102, 103 degrees. They are going to be burning up. I don't know whether you want to run soft. They're not. Surely they can't be quick. But in saying that, it's not a track that you can really pass that easily on, is it? So,
that's right. I think I struggled to get past 16, 17 laps on the mediums, so there's no way I'd be taking the softs all the way.
No, I think I boxed. I think it was about 13 or 14 on the mids, and that was after the drop off. So they dropped off, and then they sort of came back a wee bit after what I'm assuming is Codemaster's version of the graining effect. And then away we went again on the hard. So I think. Just while we've got 2.5 minutes left, I think what we need to really do is a hot lap if we can.
Oh, Marty, I love your hot laps. Please.
We'll just find someone that's on an out lap, and we'll go from there. What are we? We've actually got Yusuf. Should we take probably take the prancing horse, I suppose, and into the final dying stages of this qualifying session. 18 minutes, of course. Everybody out there watching, you know what this is all about. 18 minutes is a short qualifying session. You can do one shot if you like, but it's not really that comprehensive as overall speed. Of course, track evolution plays a big part as time goes on. Rubber gets laid down on the road and the cars get faster. The times get lower effectively. So that's what everybody will be aiming for. That's why they're all out on track at this stage of qualifying. 1 minute 42 left on the clock. Cautions as everybody starts to slow down through the middle sector now. This is turn number, let me just check my little map. It's turn number, yep, because my map is all out of whack.
I wish all the track maps were the exact same in the game as they were in real life.
It needs to rotate 90 degrees to the right. That would be fantastic. But anyway, we're going to try and work our way through this. So outlap, 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 up on the tower. The 15s are rabid all the way down to P12, whereas P13, Natobian at a 16 flat 4-4. And Pratham, who was the late runner coming in, and outlap as well for him, a 16.153. Brocco and Scotty are the DNFs for this particular situation. As we do come round to the penultimate corner, and this is the right-hander that takes us onto the straight for the first time in a month. We're going to get excited. We are going to buckle up and neck up your Pelicans. It's the DRS zone down the main straight. This is Marty B hot lap around the Hungary ring. Yusuf on board with the scooter rear. This is a DRS coming into the second DRS. Hard on the brakes. Over rotation there, all over the curb. There's the second DRS line just there. Round the right-hander under the Rolex. Now we start to go down a little bit of a decline here. You've got to watch that downhill braking. The left-hander into fourth gear he goes. 78 on the battery, on the power, nice and early, flat out all over the curb like a fat kid on a cupcake as well. So up the hill now as well. This is a blind left-hander. This gets really, really sketchy. Turn number 4, you can invalidate this so easily if you like. There's no curb on the inside, just grass. Stay the hell away from there. This is the chicane of 6 and 7 where you can gain a wee bit of time if you are keen. Go esports on the grass there, on the curb. This is an absolute banger. Look at that Ferrari. The rotation is unbelievable on those softs. I'm absolutely loving it. 50% battery flat out. A little bit of a lift there just to make sure it doesn't invalidate on the outside. Flashing yellows on the left as cars are slow in front down towards turn number 13. We go now and down into the final part of the lap. Sorry, turn 12. That was 13, 14. Up the hill. A little bit of a squiggle there as well. Frosty goes at 14.982. The final turn now. Fourth gear. 37 on the battery, on the power, on the DRS. Get it done, son. Over the line. He goes with a 15. Does not improve. That's a 15 flat. 14.982 is the banger. And that is a Marty B hot lap for Hungary after a month of waiting. Gosh, that was exciting. And Webbsy goes a 14.936. Oh, I can breathe again. Wow. Jerry. Oh.
14.9.
I knew it. I knew we get into the 14s. Oh, that was a banger, mate. That was a banger. Oh, I love this track. I love this job.
Chill, I reckon. Oh, he's not improved on his time, unfortunately. Because I was like, he set that 1:15.3 very early on in that session. So,
did he go again?
Yeah, he just crossed the line, but didn't improve on his time. He
must have had a moment. Chilpill's real quick, man. He's real fast. But honestly, Webbsy. I mean, like I say, I'm not biased, Jerry, but if I was, Webbsy and the McLaren's a banger, mate.
That's going to be a tough.
That's a tall ask.
That sort of pace.
Yeah.
But still quite a tight qualifying, so half a second between P1 and P10 pretty much.
It's nothing.
Seconds count. Yeah,
I think because it's such a flat out track, a little bit like Jeddah and probably Qatar as well, because there's not a lot of heavy braking zones. I think there's about 2 or 3, and this is the chicane. So obviously turn 1 is a heavy braking zone. The chicane is 6 and 7. And then it's probably got to be turn 12, I think. So maybe 3 heavy, what do you call heavy braking zones?
Yeah.
And the rest of it's just basically either half or full throttle, man. It's just hard out. So, all right, Webbsy, Frosty, Yusuf, Mercy, Broke Vegan, your top 5. 2 Ferraris in the top 5. McLaren, Haas, and Aston jumping in there as well. Clicks, Chillpill, Checkered, Extinct, and Bambi, your top 10. The Red Bull getting there in the top 10, and of course Chillpill, the teammate, P7. Aussie goes Aussie Natobian. I'm not sure what the name is. The Alpine. I don't want to get it wrong. Shawnee, Pratham, Wicked Vicky, Luke, Scotty, Kyo, and Brocco. Your top and only 20 cars on the grid. This is Tier 1. You are at Inters. You are watching round number 9. This is going to be an absolute smasher at the Hungary ring. We've got Jerry on board. We've got Marty on board. It's all to play for. There's no formation lap, Jerry. What's your bloody starting thoughts, mate? Let's go.
Ooh, I reckon if you're in P5, P6, P7, you kind of want to pick softs, I think, to try and get to the front. That's
Yeah.
what the Red Bulls did last night. I think they had someone in P5 who managed to get straight to P2 after turn 1 with those fresh softs having the pace. So if anyone tuned in last night, I think that sort of gives you a bit of a help into tonight. But
Would you like
I
to do
think
the
it's
honours?
anyone's game.
Would you like to do the honours and take us away from the start, mate? Let's wait for the 5 lights. It's all you, bro. It's all you, Jerry. Get in there, son. I'm excited, as you can probably tell.
Nothing wrong with being excited.
I love it. I love it so much. We're just watching the garages. There's actually no spectators above the garages, but as we go, it is 2 lights, 3 lights. Wait for it. It's all yours, Jerry. Let's go racing.
And we're off. We are racing, so everyone seems to get off the line nice and quick. I'm going to quickly bring up position changes, see if we've got any movement. Ferrari's up, Yusuf's down, back into 5th place. As we head into turn 1, we go so far nice and clean. Frosty takes the inside line, gets ahead. Just there, neck and neck into turn 2. Everyone's kind of got through nice and clean. Ooh, they make a bit of contact with the wheel. That is tight.
Oh, Websy's going to be on the inside. Just enough space. He's going to be the inside for the left-hander of 4, and he... Oh.
And they're on different tyres as well.
They really are.
You've got Websy on the hards, managed to get in front, or stay in front, I should say. So as everyone's around nice and clean, we do have
there's a yellow
car off, which looks like Brocco, who might have had a moment, but he's back on track. No safety car, no nothing. So he's going to want to catch up to the grid. Let's bring up position changes, I think, and see. All I saw was Yusuf lost a few at the very start. Just didn't get the power down quite as good.
Yeah, man. Tell us about the position change, Jerry.
So I think, that's kind of it. Mercy and Broke up. Got a yellow flag being
thrown.
thrown.
Was Alpine, that's extinct.
Body, yeah. He's come around, but joined retrack safely. Doesn't look like, I'm just trying to see, doesn't look like he's got any damage there. Yeah, but Luke actually and Kyatonic up 5 positions each. So Aussie 2K jumped 3 positions. One of the new drivers, Das, up 2 positions. As we have a caution, I think that might be just...
That might be a retirement. That is Brocco, mate. He has retired in the pits. That's Brocco Lilly. He's out. He has had enough in that Alpha Tauri. Maybe some significant damage there. We're not really sure about that. We didn't see it. I thought it was just a spin, but not sure at this stage. He has cut his lunch and he is off to the pub to have himself a nice quiet pint of Guinness, I think, and maybe re-go over his life again.
Mixed tyre strategy, isn't it? You've kind of got a bit of everything on the grid. But hards, softs, meds. No inters, no wets, thankfully.
I mean, I did put the weather on approximate, mate, so you never know what could happen. No, it's dry.
Cody,
it's
so,
dry.
you never know.
You never know.
You never know what tyres are going to come onto the car.
It's dry until it's not.
Shawnee must have had a moment there because he's now back into last place in P19.
Yeah, of course, his teammate, who was about to get swallowed up on the inside, DRS open on the rear of that Haas past Websy. He goes into turn number 1, Broke Vegan, trying to have a sniff at the same action as well. Mercy in between. Mercy is in a red scarlet sandwich. That that Aston Martin is just going to be licking his chops because Mercy's very, very quick. He is on the hards as well. He's going to be running the long game with Yusuf behind him and the 2 Mercedes of Clicks and Aussie. Chillpill, the Red Bull in P8. He's going to be looking forward to that fight as well. Checkered flag in the Red Bull sandwich with Bambi behind Luke P11 and Das P12, and down to 19 is Shawnee after that moment. Just a half a lap ago, so he's going to try and wait for a safety car, I imagine. All over the curbs, these guys, mate. This is esport. This is esport looking racing. It's a banger. It's looking good.
I'm spinning out. I'm in a wall. So it's good to watch it, just to see what they do different, I think. But look at the DRS train, P1 to P10. Nothing between them. In fact, the whole grid is almost, I think if Luke can slightly close that gap there, you got a complete grid DRS train except for Shawnee.
Which is weird because Luke's on the softs. You'd think, let's just have a look at the car. I wonder if there's any damage on that Haas. Down into turn number 14. I can't see any damage. Frosty does an 18.932 in the sister car of the Haas. up in P1. Not a bad running from Frosty at the moment. Only half a second behind is Websy 007 in the McLaren on the hards. The long game is going to be key for Websy. He's got to keep up with Frosty. Can't let him get away. Same with Mercy, same with Clicks, same with Chillpill. And all of the hard runners, Pratham down in P13 as well on the hards in that AlphaTauri. Can't afford to let these faster runners get away from them. They want to play the long game. They want the tyres to last and the pit stop to be the best that it can be. 2.2 seconds is going to be an ace pit stop around here. So if you can try and make that work on the hards. What did you say earlier, Jerry? How long do the hards go?
26 they can, but I think most people pit around that 20, the 20 mark there.
Yeah.
And you do lose about 20 seconds in the pits around the Hungary ring, so...
Yeah, okay.
Got to factor that in. I'm just on board with Aussie 2K, with his teammate in front of him. You'd think on the soft tyres he would have all the pace, but he just can't seem to close that gap any tighter.
You'd almost think that Clicks would let him past. He can have a go at Yusuf, really. I wonder if that's what might happen here. There might be some team orders coming into play. 65% battery on exit for Aussie in that Mercedes. He's so slow in a straight line. Actually, I'm running the app, Jerry. I can tell you what the top speeds are going to be here. Let's just have a look at the data that I have.
That sort of gives us what wings they're running, doesn't it? So
it kind of does, yeah.
The lead there, so he'll be pretty stoked.
Let's just have a look.
On
Aussie
the hard tyres.
Yeah, Aussie doing a top speed so far, 305. 306 for his teammate KLX. Tell you who the runner at the moment is. It's Broke Vegan P3 in the Ferrari doing 315 top speed on those meds, sitting at about half battery. Wow. That thing is a rocket ship in a straight line. And like we said earlier, mate, it's so hard to pass around here. If you're a rocket ship in a straight line, during that middle sector, it's just impossible to do anything about it. That's right.
It's such a narrow track as well, so even if you have the pace, to pass someone cleanly is not easy. I did have a look. I'm just on board with Yusuf. He did look like he had a bit of a moment, but he's managed to close the gap back up. But it did blow out to about 1.25 seconds. So I wonder if he's struggling with the pace of these front runners. But gets another lap with DRS, so he'll be happy.
Oh, look how smooth he is on the power. You watch the telemetry down the bottom in the middle of the screen there, and he's just so smooth. He uses that trail braking, which of course gives the car rotation. So on the brakes there, off the brakes as you come through the corner, and you're just trading brake pedal for throttle pedal. And he's very, very good at that. 41% battery on exit coming down now through the left-hander. And there is a yellow flag. There is a caution.
Pratham.
That looks like a...
He's in the grass.
He sure is. That is
unfortunate.
Back
on track. Nice and safe.
Shawnee gets a spot.
I was just about to say, Websy, on the hards, he is definitely giving Frosty a hard time. He's got the pace. I'm scared to see him on a softer tyre.
I'm scared to race against him. That's why I'm glad I'm not in the same tier. As much as he's my teammate, I don't want to get on the track with him. It'd be too quick. He put the rest of us to shame. So, yeah, good race so far. No significant mash-ups, if I'm honest. But down through turn 12 we go now. Lap 6 of lap 35. What are your thoughts so far, Jerry? What's your highlight?
Nice and clean. I think just watching these two, Websy and Frosty compete.
Yeah.
Like, they're just trading places, which is helping Websy. He's got the harder tyre, so if he can come into the pits at the same time as Frosty, he's going to be on that softer tyre. He's going to be happy with, just whether or not there'll be any sort of incident causing a safety car. We could change up the strategies. Chillpill there makes his way into P7.
Yeah, and he almost got done by Chequered and Aussie just coming down under the Rolex sign now, the left-hander of two. Almost contact there. We're on board with the checkered flag. And just on the power now, flat out through 3, up the hill towards 4. This is a blind left-hander. This is not where you want to be trying to pass, so they are saving their Hail Marys for further in the lap. The right-hander, the long right-hander of 5. It's a very low traction for some reason, especially if you get on that curb, as I called it. And he is, he just Tony Hawked the heck out of that curb. Let's get off checkered flag, just in case there's any kind of commentator's curse. Oh, that was no good.
We're just reading the comments. Battlecat says the softs are done. I actually think they are. They, what are we, lap 7? They're going to be off the pace now, I think, as the hards start to, I think, have the pace advantage over the mediums.
I think you're absolutely right. I think even the meds are frosty and broke because they're battling so hard at the front. They're going to be burning up. They've only got maybe 5 laps good running left in them. I mean, I don't want to say the words, but we didn't have any of that person come out on track at Tier 3 or Tier 2. I guess we can say Bert Mylander, but we don't want to say the other 2 words. Just in case. So Bert Mylander, I'm trying not to. Bert Mylander made no appearances, has not made any appearances, yet he's still getting paid 150 grand a year. Is down the inside of Websy, tries broke vegan, then down the outside of turn 3, a little bit of contact there, all over the curb, almost on the grass. That's all fair, she wrote. That's not bad racing so far. That is where the battle is up the front at the moment between P1 and P4. Who are you sitting with at the moment, Jerry?
I'm actually on Mercy, so I think he's kind of hoping these guys bump into each other a little bit and he can get a free pass. He is on the harder tyre than Broke and Frosty, so I think he's just going to sit back and let these guys carry him.
Yeah, I think, and I discovered last night, I sat behind, I think it was Buster for quite a while. No, it was Liquid Jake. Not Liquid Jake, I can't even think who it was now. I sat behind someone.
You were behind the 2 Alpines. You were behind the...
Oh, don't even start.
It was...
Yeah. I really was. They really were, but I was happy with that. I knew I've made some silly choices in the past, Jerry, and it just hasn't worked out well. And I just knew that if I stayed there, I would just reserve my battery and just save my tyres, and it worked out well. I was happy with where I finished, but this is the sort of track where you don't really want to be first. You would sort of want to be either P2, P3, P4 somewhere. Websy, Broke, Vegan or Mercy are in the great positions, probably even Yusuf in P5. That's where you really want to be sitting until the closing possibly 10 laps. Because if you're the car in front, man, you're burning. You're burning to stay in front. You want to be using the other guys. You want to play it smart. You want to use them to use you to use them, if you know what I mean. You want to be using the DRS from them to get past, you know.
I'm just having a look at the fuel on the grid there. We got a yellow light for Shawnee, and there was one more. Here we are, Wicked Vicky with the yellow light on. They're going to be hoping for a safety car, I think. Last night there was a few running out of fuel. Right on the last lap, halfway through, you saw the grid, just yellow flags being dropped everywhere. I think you need to overfuel here. I think I put in an extra 2.5. As there's the first penalty of the evening. Luke in the Haas, 3 seconds. Oh
yeah, I mean, it has taken 9 laps. I think I put an extra lap and a half, and I ended with about 2 laps extra because of the VSC. But it appears that some other drivers were actually running. They ran about the same, but somehow ended up having less fuel than me at the end. I'm not even sure how that happened. But it's just because
just took Yusuf there into P5.
Yusuf's probably going to have a look as well. I imagine the next lap. He's got 33 battery on exit. I'll tell you what, KLX sitting pretty with 71 through turn number 3 now. Absolutely flat. He's going to burn a wee bit just to catch up to that train as well. The hard tyre's not as quick as he would probably like. He might be running a lower downforce setup where the middle sector's not going to be that great for him. But still a mix of tyres, mate. No one's boxed yet.
No, I thought maybe we'd see Luke come in there after picking up that penalty on the softs, but no, one more lap, 2 more laps maybe.
Yeah, where's the DRS train? All the way from P1 down to P7 to Chill Pill. Checkered flag dropped off a wee bit there. Those meds are going to be, they're going to suck right about now. I imagine that's probably why he's dropping off Bambi as well. Aussie 2K going not too badly P10, but those softs, they can't be great. A little bit of understeer there through the fast right-hander down towards the final sector as well. Let's just have a look at the rotation of the car. It's not bad. It's not bad. Through, that was turn 12, turn 13, of course, the left-hander. The penultimate up the hill again. A bit of a difficult braking zone, and rotation is key here coming onto the main straight. You don't really want to be that close. You want to take it wide and hit a late apex if you can. So Aussie 2K not taking the most ideal line there in the Mercedes. Let's just have a look at the further drivers down, if anyone else is coming through that turn, if we can see.
What kind of line they take, yeah.
Yeah, well, we might have a look at that a bit later on in the broadcast and just see what the most ideal line is through there. I imagine probably Yusuf takes a very good line through there as well, but... as into the box goes Luke. Off those softs, he has had enough, and onto the meds. That's an interesting choice at lap 11.
Them to the end of the race, yeah. Still a lot of laps to go. I am on board with KLX. He's starting to see a bit more slip, and he's on the hards, so I think they've reached past their optimum grip point. Will start to drop off. But if he's losing grip, I would hate to think what the mediums feel like. But if you look at position change, so Wicked Vicky up 4 places, Scotty up 4 places, Kaio up 4 places. Hasn't been a whole lot of movement, but it's still very early in the race, isn't it?
It really is, mate. We're not even a dozen laps in. We're about a third of the way through. So a lot of drivers burning up their battery. I think around here you gain, gosh, I can't even remember the stats. It's like 6 or 7% ERS if you're lucky. Per lap, yeah. So a lot of these guys burning it up early. Whoever out there that is watches TRL Limitless, he just saves. Have you watched him, Jerry? You watch Limitless?
I sure
you must
do.
have. Yeah. He is just the battery saving king. He will save it, even on a 5-banger. He will save it till lap 4 to start burning the death out of the other boys, and it's just so valuable, especially on a track where you can't regain it very well at all. Yusuf gets a 3-second, mate. Oh, that's unfortunate for Yusuf. That's not what he wants at all. Broke Vegan, his teammate P3, 11 lap meds. Sitting pretty at this stage of the race. The 2 Red Bulls, 7 and 9, Bambi and Chilpil, on different strategies. 11 lap hards and 11 lap meds. We've only seen one box car at the moment. That's Luke with that penalty.
Who went onto the meds, yeah.
Who did go onto the meds. That doesn't make sense.
So Wayne has just commented he thinks the mediums will box lap 14, 15, and the hards lap 19, 21. Lap 19 to 21, I should say. But
yeah, that sounds about right. I wonder whether Luke might be going for the 2-stop. I mean, a safety car for him, it's not now. A late safety car, yes. As we see Yusuf just gets done by Chilpil there. So the hards are coming into their own now, Jerry, as into the DRS zone. Of course, Yusuf doesn't get DRS. It is the double banger for Chilpil, who will take himself down into turn number 2, now the left-hander, with a wing full of non-drag. The right-hander of 3, he is all over that curb as well. So it's looking good for Chilpil at this stage of the race. Those hards really coming into their own. The meds have got to be dropping off. So as Wayne says, what did he say, lap 17, 16?
Yeah. So he said the meds 14, 15.
Sorry, 14, 15, yeah.
Is the undercut, did you go for a bit of an undercut around here, or you just...
I got undercut on by, I can't even think of who it was now. I went a lap extra because I was following somebody, and the car felt good, so I went one more. And it actually worked out all right because I had the fresher tyres coming into the closing stint of the race. So... I mean, even just 1 or 2 lap pressure tyres seems to make the difference towards the end. As much as some people don't want to believe that, that's a real thing. That is a real thing. So,
oh, definitely. It definitely plays a part. If you're even half a second a lap quicker in those last few laps, it's all about the mean time at the end of the race, isn't it?
It really is. Yep. It's average time, average speed. So many factors come into play. The field is spreading out a wee bit as Das and P10 in the Alpine, 5.3 behind Bambi on those 13-lap meds. We are going to start seeing some boxing soon, surely. There is Mercedes in the box of Aussie 2K as I say that. He's had enough of the soft.
I just brought up the Tier 1 standings. So Yusuf, it's very tight tier in Tier 1. So Yusuf only 6 points separates him and Chilpil. Websy, 7 points to P1. KLX is there, Mercy's in P5, Roscoe Arm, who's not racing tonight, P6. So Yusuf's going to want to try and get ahead of, or stay ahead, if he can, because, I mean, Chilpil and Websy are going to take him in the standings as Kaio picks up a penalty. But if Ferrari can get solid points here tonight, they might see him take P1 in the Constructors. They've got a 7-point gap to Mercedes, so... we'll have to see what happens, see where they end up.
Yeah, so you're talking about Ferrari sitting second in the Constructors? Sorry, I haven't got that on my phone at the moment. Yeah, okay. Yusuf needs to put his big boy pants on, I think. Oh, he's in.
He's come into the pits.
That's a smart move. So we're going to watch this fight, actually. This is where the undercut will come in. And it's going to be interesting to see where he actually... So he was just P8 when he came in. I think, sorry, or P7, P8, P7. Thanks, Jerry, P7. as Shawnee gets a penalty too, as Yusuf's car actually just disappears like a magic trick from the pit lane, and all the wheel guns are just left sprawled all over the ground. That was great viewing for those out there in Twitchland. Shout out to those in Twitchland. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not sure how many viewers. How many viewers have we got? Let's just have a quick squeeze at that. We've got 26 people watching. Shout out to the 26 people watching. Thank you so much for coming along. I am Marty B. We've got here Jerry in the comms box, and it's a banger so far. Lap 15 to 35. We are just about halfway through this race here at the Hungary Ring. Frosty, Websy, Broke Vegan, your top three, Mercy, and Clicks rounding out the top five. It is a race for the gods at this stage. Yusuf has boxed for the hards. He will run those to the end with that penalty. I don't know, will that play key towards the end? I guess we'll just wait and see. And his teammate Broke Vegan P3, 14 lap mids. There's going to be some boxing done soon. 14 laps. That's a long way to go. 16.
So Broke comes in now.
Broke Vegan, there he goes. So that is the teammate. So they didn't want to double stack. Didn't want to double stack. That's what that would have been.
As Das comes in as well. Up 4 positions in P9. Wicked Vicky follows behind. These guys are so good getting on the brakes, getting into the pits.
Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous.
I was like, he's going to get a speeding fine. Nah, 79 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, just 1K.
Like, yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Bloody bullshit. So key. I'll tell you, hey man, Websy is still giving Frosty. We're just sitting on board with Websy in the McLaren at the moment. And on those hards, he is still giving Frosty a go. But in saying that, Frosty's still doing well on 15-lap meds, man. He is still leading the field. So, I mean, it's anybody's guess. Does he go long and maybe go to lap 22, 24 somewhere with the meds and then go to soft? Because that's going to be rapid if he can make that work. That's going to be super good.
He also has quite a high ERS charge as well. So,
he's carrying on. So is Websy.
Yeah. Websy surely will pit when Frosty pits, especially while he's in the DRS. I think
Bambi's in.
Come in together.
Bambi's in, the Red Bull is in. Chillpill goes past down the main straight, 16 lap hards. They will keep going for another 10 laps if he wants them to. This is where it's going to separate the men from the boys, I think. What have we got further down? Let's see. Bambi in the pits, Broke Vegan out on the hards. So, I mean, theoretically, the undercut, we did say we'd watch the Yusuf undercut.
Yeah, so I think you're going to see Broke and Yusuf P1, P2.
I have a funny feeling.
Or P1, P3 maybe. I'm just trying to do quick maths in my head.
With that penalty.
About 20 seconds. Oh, yeah, with the penalty you can't, yeah.
Yeah, let's just have a look at gap to leader. Gap to leader. So at the moment, Broke Vegan on the 1 lap hards is, in theory, net P1. And with the 3 second as well, 27, gosh, maths. 24 seconds behind Yusuf. If he was to... It'd be 3 seconds. Oh, I can't even do maths. Anyway, I mean, in theory, Broke Vegan, the two McLaren, two Ferraris are going to be running good.
Frosty, Websy both came into pits there.
Yeah, but what's Websy going to, though?
Into the pits. So I reckon Websy's going to surely go on.
He's going meds. And Frosty onto the hard. So Websy's going to clean him up, isn't he?
That's what I mean. Like, if he was that quick on the hards...
Broke's just gained 5 seconds. That's probably just the tower telling me lies. Let's have a look and see. There goes the Haas. That is the Haas of Frosty, who was P1 just before. So Broke Vegan's got the undercut. And Yusuf does not. Hang on, sorry, no, Yusuf hasn't boxed yet.
Oh, no, he has. Yusuf boxed.
He has boxed.
Got Mercy and Chillpill coming in. Surely they'll come in the next lap or two.
Frosty's sitting pretty. I'll tell you what. Let's just jump back to interval. This is going to be interesting. God, look at that. It's just literally one wheel on the grass for old Websy. How is the car not auto spinning into the crowd? I don't understand. I don't understand it.
If I ride the curbs like these guys, I just don't know how they do it, really.
I don't understand. As Websy goes purple middle sector there. Beautiful lap.
KLX also only 2 seconds behind Websy. So I think you're going to see him in the podium tonight.
Who's that? KLX?
KLX, yeah.
Yeah, old Clicks. Yeah, get in there, son. The Mercedes. Looking good as Websy goes P3 after 2 cars are boxing. That is Mercy and Chilpill in the box for some fresh meds. Where's the battle, Jerry? Where are we looking?
I'm just looking in Websy's point of view of the race leaders. Just seeing they're fighting it out. I think you're going to see Frosty want to get past. If he wants to keep his chances of winning alive, you know, Websy's just on those mediums. You saw how quick he was on the hards.
You did say you were terrified to see him on a quicker tyre. Well, Here we go, mate. Here we go. This is it. It's crunch time.
He's just set purple sector 1 there, so... I think I don't know how these guys keep so close to each other, like... you know,
I feel you. I feel the same. Frosty's getting keen. We're just sitting on board with Websy, mate. This is going to be an absolute cracker down the main straight into turn 1. Almost a little bit of a touch there from Websy into Frosty as well. Very, very late on the brakes for Websy on those fresh tyres. And let's just have a look at the exit as well. DRS is going to flick itself wide open. He is going to burn a wee bit, probably a little bit frivolous. He needs to turn his battery off. And of course, Broke Vegan is flashing, trying to defend from Frosty down into turn 1. Around the outside goes Websy. Is he going to get on the power nice and early? DRS is going to be open, and that is it. He's burning. He's going to have a look down the inside, is he? Yes, he is. Late on the brakes. There's a little bit of contact there too, but he gets the move done.
I just switched on board there to the back of the field where we almost had 4 wide going into the final corner. And somehow they made it all out alive, but it is tight here up into turn 1. You've got pretty much 13, 14, 15, 16. And I've got a nice clean view of all the action from Pratham in P17. So it looks like there's almost a couple of different battles going on board.
There really is, just sitting with Pratham and Das in the Alpine. Wouldn't it be good if Das was in a Haas? It'd be the Das Haas.
Das Haas.
The Das Haas.
Vicky picks up a 5-second penalty there.
Like the Verk Merc. God, the Verk, the 3-wheel Merc around, where was that? Was that Monaco, I think, wasn't it? Gosh, that was a good time. Have you seen that video?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, I just absolutely lost it. That was so good. Favourite part of ever. All right, Mercy, 17.6. Where are we looking?
I was just checking. So Yusuf did get that undercut. He was behind Kilpill. And he's made that undercut, but he does have that penalty to contend with, which he's going to add 3 seconds to his time.
I think the battle at this stage, tell you what, Websy's actually pulling away from Clicks in P3 in the Mercedes. The 2 Ferraris broken Yusuf on the hards. In theory, the hards should come into play probably around about lap 30 if they can make them work. And all over the grass again. So Websy's on the hunt. Like a shark after a bleeding woman. Just absolutely seen him miles away, and he is just going all jaws on that. And 7.5 tenths down to the final turn down to the final sector.
Ooh,
turn 12.
We have a spin. Turn 1, we got the safety car out.
Oh, who was that?
It looked like Wicked Vicky had a DNF. Spun out at turn 1.
Oh.
And we have dirt. As everyone comes into the pits, top 3, top 4 now.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Nah, they go for the double stack. They obviously think there's enough of a gap. So everyone's going in. KLX comes out in the mediums. Smart, fresh mediums for everybody, I think, here.
I mean, is it fresh meds? Who's going to go soft? Anyone?
Yep,
surely, there we go. Chill pill. Yeah, surely. There's got to be more.
Go for the gamble. Let's do it.
Shit, yeah. I would too.
Checkered flag stays out. Oh, no, sorry. I lied. Did anybody stay out there?
No. Every single person... Nope.
Picks up. No, I was just saying he's about to pick up a great pit stop. He actually hadn't pit yet, so
Oh, 20
pit under safety car.
20 laps. Yeah, true. He's got to go soft. Go, Pratham. Go for soft. If you're listening, brother, have the gamble, G. Go for the soft. Let's sit on board with Pratham. 2002. 21 laps on the hards. He went. Has he got the softs going?
Meds.
Oh, he's got meds. Ah, it's okay.
Kyo and soft. So
of course he
got
did.
A few gamblers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like he's just got jumped into in the pits there. He was P5. Mercy's taken over P5.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful curb cam that is. Gosh, these cars look nice in the sunshine here around the Hungary ring. It's a beautiful day. It really is.
It's a beautiful day.
First safety car of the weekend, mate. Bert Mylander, he's earning his 150 grand a year. He's really earning it.
I'd do that job for free, honestly.
I would
Extinct?
I'd probably pay someone to do that job, to be honest.
Extinct? Yeah, I'd pay to do that job too. Extinct picks up a 3-second penalty under the safety car, which is unfortunate.
That's lazy. That's no good. You know, I was watching a video. I watched a video the other day of a guy talking about the pit stop, the pit stop crew, the guy that changes the wheels. Yep. And the Jack guy. Have you seen that video? No, it's
no, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm sure some of you out there listening have seen the video talking about the guy on the Jack who earns about 120 grand a year or something or other. So there is however many races, about 22 races in a season, right? A pit stop is around about 3 seconds. So at the most, there's about 9 seconds per race that this guy could be on form doing something. So out of the 22 races, it's something like 3.5 minutes or something that he's actually working, and he gets paid 120 grand. Best hourly rate could possibly ask for in the world. I know there's a lot of training and stuff that goes into it, but it's more just the fun, bit of a joke. Like, he works for 3.5 minutes and gets paid 100 grand, 120 grand or something. Yeah. But I know they work.
I did pick up the pit gun at the Melbourne Grand Prix, and it is bloody heavy. So
really,
yeah, they have like a bit of a simulator thing for the pit stop. Have a whirl, and it's not easy. Kyo picks up a 3-second under the safety car.
What are these guys doing? That's just... That is not what you want to be doing. At least they're not DNFing like, who was that? George Russell Imola DNFing when he was leading the race behind the safety car. Man, yeah. I bet he cried himself to sleep that night, I reckon, 100%.
He cries a lot, doesn't he, George
He
Russell,
does cry a lot. Yeah, he's a wee bit of a whinger, that bloke. But anyway, I like him.
Safety car is in.
Perfect. Well, let's sit with the leader. Frosty. It's bloody Santa almost up the front. Frosty, let's go racing. So on the brakes he is, warming up those tyres as well. 100% battery for probably all of these drivers around the final turn number 14 here at the Hungary ring. And it is going to be holding the throttle he goes, and it is power to the metal. It is Frosty, Clicks, Webbsy, Broke Vegan, Mercy, your top 5. The 2 Ferraris, P4, P6, Mercy in that sandwich down towards turn 1. We're going to go 3 wide, 2 wide, almost making it work there on the exit. Great run on the battery as well. Broke Vegan making his move on. Webbsy through into turn number 2. Down the inside goes the Ferrari. He's going to make it stick as well. We've got a great view of the back wing of the Haas, who's got a good lead so far, 7 tenths. After the safety car restart, lap 24 of 35. They're Indian file. Nothing wrong just yet. Turn 4 on the left. As I say that is Scotty. Scotty's in the wall.
He looks like
he's beached.
Stuck there.
Oh, no, he's going to get it out, is he? We're on board with Scotty.
He's moving.
He is.
Good save,
Scotty. No front wing on that Williams. It's going to be box for the soft.
Virtual safety car. Did see carbon fibre out on track there. Just as we were about to go racing, can I just say though, Tier 3, Tier 2, shout out for keeping it clean all race.
You know what they say, Jerry, safety cars breed safety cars, mate. So
that's exactly right.
There's still 11 to go. Let's just see how this unfolds. Gosh, I really enjoy Jim Beam honey. I really do. It is a fantastic drink to watch.
I've tried that.
Oh, mate. Get yourself a bottle. 700 mils, about $40. It's just lovely to sip on as you're watching the racing here in Hungary in the afternoon in the Sky Race control box. Of course, donuts over there on the table with the air conditioning going, mate. She's a beauty.
Ooh, as we see FRL Nation just absolutely going crazy there. I saw carbon fibre on track, so someone's picked up damage.
Under the virtual.
From that, yeah, I just think, and we saw some penalties rock up there as well. Do you want to bring those penalties up?
Yeah, man. Let's bring up penalties. I don't want
a 5
to,
second.
I'll tell you what, 3 seconds to Yusuf. We knew about that. Luke, 3 seconds. Knew about that. Extinct 3 as well. Shawnee's got the drive-through penalty. Kai's got 6 seconds and a drive-through for Natobian and Pratham as well. Drive-through. That'll be speeding under the VSC. Of course, we know the Delta's cooked around here, but shout out to Cody's. Thanks for making this game
Don't know
amazing.
what to do under a virtual safety car.
Nah, neither.
They make me nervous.
Just the whole thing makes me nervous. Spending $120 on next year's game, on this coming up game, makes me nervous. Apparently it's terrible. But
I've heard some pretty bad things.
I've also heard horrible things. I think in the last
We are green again, are we? Sorry.
We are green, yes. I think, to be honest, I miss F1 2020 with the classic cars.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
That comes back.
Yeah, man.
But I did hear the traction is a bit funny.
Yeah, it's 2022 traction.
Which I did master, so I mean,
aren't
not
you
going to be happy about it, but it did help.
But you spent some time doing that. Spent some time spinning yourself for no reason.
Many times.
What a great game. Anyway, you're right, mate. There was a few cars that jumped in the box there. Who are now quite
race leaders have so Websy's on the back of Broke Vegan, who's 1.5 seconds out from KLX. They just might be unlucky with when the VSC ended. And I think Websy's going to get the move done. He's got some pace there.
Man, that thing's a rocket ship, Jerry. It fucking is. I mean, it is.
He's going to, there's still enough racing laps. I could see him taking the win here if he can keep this sort of pace.
And he's really got to make the most of this DRS right now. This is it. This is the moment. He's got to get past Broke. He's got to make this move stick. He's going to go down the outside, which will turn into a free DRS zone. Get the rotation of the car. A little bit of a love tap there. DRS wide open. Turns into the inside for turn number 2. Is he going to get the move? He's just gone almost into him. That's probably going to go to the steward's room, I imagine, inside. And then outside for turn number 3, the right-hander flat out as he takes the racing line, gets the move done. Let's have a look over the rear wing. Oh, that was messy.
Maybe there was a bit too much contact there when they didn't need to be, was there?
Yeah. Yep.
I think they're lucky to come out of that without any damage. That could have easily gone bad.
It really could have. I think a little bit of desperation there maybe from Websy, but he's got the move done.
They can always watch the Tier 3, Tier 2 streams to see how to drive.
Subtle stab. I love it. No, you're not wrong, mate. You're not wrong. I mean, I can say there's a few incidents in the stewards report so far this weekend, but there was no safety cars in Tier 2 and Tier 3, let's just say that.
So Pratham still has to serve his drive-through. I think he's the only one left to serve, which will have to be either this lap or next lap. So I'm going to hop on board him, see what he's going to do. Yeah, he's in.
He's just got to, isn't he?
But with the penalties, he may still end up well in the points. So up as he picks up a.
Never mind. Oh no, that's it. He's had enough. Oh, and Das as well. Das in the not in the Haas, the Das Haas Alpine. I don't know what it says. The Das Alpine, the Dalpine. As Pratham's car is actually going to come back out onto the track, as well as there is a caution sector 1 down through the pit exit. That car is hopefully going to pull itself over to the side of the racetrack. We're just going to sit on board here and make sure nothing happens. That is a slow moving car. Oh yeah, there we go. He's pulling over to the left by the Rolex zone. Yikes. where are we now? Who are you on board with, mate?
Just on Scotty, just to make sure that car pulled out nice and slow onto the tracks.
Yep. It would appear that it did. Scotty's got past clean.
But now I'm just on Kilpill. I think he's right in the middle of that DRS train from P4 down to P9. These guys are penalty free, so as Frosty has broken DRS from KLX.
Wow, that's a big move. Webbsy's gained about 3-4 tenths just this lap. 6 to go, including the rest of this one. Let's just watch that gap. 2.2 for Webbsy. He's going to want to try and make a few moves. Broke Vegan hot on the heels of Webbsy as well. He's in the DRS range. Webbsy's going to try and pick up the pace here. 27% battery, not a huge amount to play with. But KLX dropped out of the DRS of Frosty. This is looking like a Haas game for Frosty at this stage, as extinct as a 17.471 of the Alpine team. Now, what they don't want is a late VSC or a safety car. That will throw a bit of a spanner in the works.
Yeah, that's right. That happened to me at VSC racing around here. I think lap 31, a late safety car, and that was absolutely wild and mayhem for the last couple of laps. But for the viewers, that's going to be what they want.
Yeah.
So
yep. It's going to be Abu Dhabi 21 all over again if it's a late safety car. So yeah, we all know how that turned out. 2 seconds. Webbsy not gaining a huge amount. KLX dropped back a tenth. Broke Vegan staying within about the same range as he was. Of course, DRS, as Webbsy drops below the 2 second mark behind. Further down the field, of course, we've got checkered flag behind Chilpill. The Williams following up on the Red Bull. Those tyres of Chilpill are going to start going off about another couple, and they're going to start burning as well. So Kyo with the same problem down in P12 and the Aston Martin.
That's right.
We got 6 to go.
But Webbsy's closed that gap another 0.4 of a second, hasn't he? So he's charging. Can get it done.
He's burned a bit of battery doing it, though.
3 laps time, he will have the pace.
Let's watch that. What have we got? Checkered flag. Not a lot of battles going on further down the pack, apart from Bambi behind Yusuf. I wonder whether Yusuf's got a wee bit of underfloor damage or something, or rear, surely not rear wing. Or as I say, Bambi just runs wide. That was on the exit of 11. And just manages
to do it, isn't it?
100%, mate, 100%. So a little bit of understeer there from Yusuf. Just on the entry there to 13. And coming into 14 now.
He has just gone to wheel. He used to be on controller, he's now on wheel.
Yusuf?
So he could still, he's back on a wheel.
Oh. I didn't know that. I don't know how these guys are so fast on a controller, Jerry. I don't understand.
I don't know how they play on a controller. Respect to anyone who does.
Yep.
I can barely use the controller to turn on the PlayStation and apply setups and stuff, let alone race.
I can't even play Far Cry properly. Yeah.
I wonder if Webbsy picked up a warning there. He just went a bit wide, and that cost him 2 tenths in his plea to catch up.
Oh, beautiful chicane there from Webbsy, though. He's just touching those curbs ever so gently.
It's like masterclass, staying on board these guys.
It really is. It's just a whole nother level. So he has gained that 10th back, just in that final sector now. But I wonder whether those meds are starting to go off. There's a little bit of understeer happening down to 13 now. So the car looks like it rotates all right. So he must be running, obviously, 50 wing on the front. He must be. So that's actually how you take that corner. You could have done a little bit of a later apex and try and get the speed down the main straight. So he did lose a 10th doing that. But he must be running a little bit higher downforce than KLX. Let's just have a look. Let's go back to the app if we can. So KLX, no, I can tell you KLX and Webbsy have both got the same top speed of 209 kilometers an hour. So they have got exactly the same, but I'm assuming KLX was burning.
309.
Oh, what did I say?
200.
209. Yep. 309 is the number I meant to say. You're absolutely right. I don't know why I read that. As Clicks gets a penalty.
No. Webbsy's going to be saying thank you.
That would have been on the exit of 3. Probably on the exit of 4.
Wow.
Oh, that's
All he
unfortunate.
needs is
That's
Frosty to do the same, and he will be happy.
oh,
But that's good news for Broke Vegan. So
it really
he's going
is.
to want to stay with Websy here, keep it clean for the rest of the race, and he might see himself on the podium.
Yeah, and of course, Broke Vegan will be seeing that penalty for KLX as well up on the top left of his screen while he is racing, and he would have sent the notification too. So lap 32, so there's 4 left. It's coming down to it, Jerry. It's coming down to it. 10 laps. Yeah. Everybody boxed, of course, on that safety car. And they're just trying to tyre save and just ERS save if they can. But I'll tell you what, across the board, there's not much battery going on. The highest battery taker would probably be Bambi in P8, who is burning. The other one is Luke in P11, 56% on exit of 14. So they're burning up a storm in this late stage.
So it's probably a bit of a luck that Broseph wasn't in the comms box tonight. Both his drivers DNF'd. Not his week.
No, I was chatting to Broseph earlier in the day and yesterday as well. He's just got some things going on, so that's why he's not here this evening. Of course, we're missing him. Shout out to you, Broseph, but it's lovely to have you up here, Jerry, and having ourselves a fine afternoon in the sunshine at the Hungary Ring. A good race so far, 1 safety car, a couple of virtuals, and it's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sure we'll see a few things in the stewards' room, no doubt.
Oh, mate, you just wait. Let's just see what happens. Of course, yeah, for those listening out there, myself and Jerry, we're both stewards. I am the head steward, and Jerry is a very valuable part of the stewarding team. Of course, P4, I think, in the Drivers' Championship in Tier 3. He really gets involved and does what he can behind the scenes during the week to get the reports out nice and clean. So thanks, Jerry. Good on you, mate.
Thank you. So Checkered Flag, we haven't sort of mentioned him too much in P7. He's trying to get the move done here on Kill Pill. Just didn't quite have the pace, but if he can get a good exit. Not that big snap of oversteer there. Lucky to correct that. Does not get the power down like he needs, but maybe next lap. As Bambi's on his tail with a 3-second penalty. Yusuf down in P9, 3-second penalty.
He's down 6 from where he qualified. Down 6. That's unlike him.
As we've just started the penultimate lap. Who's your driver of the day so far? What have you seen on track?
Do you know what's funny? I was just going to ask you the same question. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say Frosty because he's winning. He's beating the usual suspects. But do we look further down? Somewhere?
So Kaio is actually reserved tonight. And he's up 7. And then you got Luke and the Haas up 6. So they're definitely worth some mentions. But we're going to get underway for the final lap. But I can't see anything taking this away from Frosty. As he starts burning that ERS. Yeah,
of course he is. He's going to burn up a storm. He's got some reserves left, and on fumes are Clicks, Websy, Broke Vegan, Mercy, Chill Pill, Checkered Flag. Oh no, Bambi's got a bit left in the tank as well. He's going to try and get past, I imagine, Checkered Flag, as there is some red lights flashing like an ecstasy-filled nightclub up in here. So they are running less than 10%. Those out there listening will understand that reference. That's been around for a long time. Red lights all over the shop. It is the red light district here at the Hungary Ring as he almost runs wide as well, but we are coming into the final lap. This is it. This is what she came for. This is all they wrote as well. A bit of a snap there from the Red Bull of Bambi. Chill Pill P6, the partner for Bambi. So into the final stage. Softs have done their job, kind of, I suppose, for Chill Pill. Now, maybe a strategy option change could have been a little bit better, but into the final stages, he came, he conquered. Let's be honest, he had a few burgers because he was hungry. It is going to be round turn number 14 for Frosty AUS with Clixon behind Websy P3 across the line. It is the day of the Haas as Frosty takes P1, a well-deserved victory for that man across the line, Websy and KLX. Websy, of course, gets P2 from KLX. Broke Vegan jumps up into the podium as well. Across the line goes everybody else. Aussie 2K P10 around the final turn. What a race it's been here in the sunshine. 35 laps. That is all she wrote for this race. It's been an absolute banger. Jerry.
Yeah, hasn't it?
Oh, man.
Last few
What a good
drivers
one.
across the line now. But I did see Frosty and Websy both had the fuel light flashing away. That would have made them a bit nervous.
Yeah. Chilpill also had that flashing, so or most of the drivers had the flashing red light. Yikes. That was a good race.
That was a great race.
Whew.
These guys are another level. Shout out to all that finished on track, and better luck next week in Spa for those who didn't. But there's almost like stuff happening all throughout the track. There's battles going on kind of everywhere, so hopefully we captured a few of those on stream for everybody.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we... sorry about the technical difficulties at the start there, everybody. But, I mean, I think the stream is still working, which is, excuse me, just unfortunate I couldn't change anything or do anything. But we got there in the finish. For the sake of a $5 HDMI cord, it all came together pretty well. Another banger. It's good to be back, Jerry. It's good to be back in the hot seat.
It's good to have you back.
Oh, man. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. So I'm almost out of voice, I think. Running out of voice.
So
I haven't
had
enough sustenance.
Kaio picked up on-game driver of the day.
Who would we go for driver of the day? I don't know. Chilpill had a good one.
Chilpill had a great race. I think KLX without the penalty had a great race. With the penalty, he still had a great race.
Let me just quickly run through. I'm just going to take a picture of this. I just had to run through these results. So we ended up with the Hass of Frosty, P1 baby from grid number 2, Websy, Brokevic and Calix, Mercy, your P5. Chilpill, Checkered Flag, Bambi, Yusuf and Aussie 2K. Rounding out your top 10, the Mercedes P4, P10. Not a bad showing for those blokes. Ferrari, of course, P3, P9. And down into the bottom part of the finishes, Luke, Kaio, Shawnee, Natobian and Extinct. Scotty, your top 16. The DNFs, unfortunately, 17, 18, 19 and 20 were Das, Pratham, Wicked Vicky and Brocco, who did not finish the race here in Hungary this afternoon in the beautiful sunshine. We have got the race winner in with us, I think. Have we?
We do. I'm just going to try and grab Websy. I did see Broke Vegan immediately last session, so...
Okay. So do we have, in fact... Oh, should we start? No, let's just... We'll wait.
Maybe Websy can't join. He can't join all the time, but we'll have to see.
We'll give him a chance.
We'll just give him a second. We got Broke Vegan in here.
I've just sent all the invites out, so we'll give him a bit of time to accept them. I hope he joins in. It's always good when you get all three drivers in there.
It really is.
Give them a hard time.
Talk a bit of garbage, wind him up a wee bit. Well, I don't really want to keep everybody waiting, I suppose. Shall we... Oh, I've just been sent a friend request from... Who's Frosty? God.
I don't know.
I don't even know. Did he just win that
Sounds
race?
slow.
Or it sounds... he sounds like he's slow as anything. I don't even know.
What a boat. He sounds like a boat.
Sounds like a boat. All right, should we just... we won't keep the fans waiting. Let's go with your race winner as we wait for everybody else to come in. It is the Hass of Frosty. He conquered from grid number 2. His best lap was a 17.492. That's almost some people's qualifying lap. And he had all the pressure from Websy behind and all of the big boys, but he kept his pants on and shoes tied up in a few knots. Frosty, how was the race for you, brother?
Stressful, first off.
Yeah, I imagine.
Fire out. Websy really kept me on my toes in that first stint. Good job to him. Yeah, he's rapid, so it was hard to hold him off, and those mediums were dying quicker than those hards were, so that was also a factor I had to try to consider. But yeah, once I found my flow, I kind of just, stayed in that flow and, was just hitting out consistent lap times and trying not to run wide at any corners or make any mistakes, which I feel like I did well. And then obviously came in, Websy followed me in, which was probably a good decision by him. Changed onto the hards, and my plan was just to try to break DRS as soon as I could. But obviously the safety car came out, so my initial thought was just to break DRS again to Websy and Broke, which were pretty quick as well. Broke was pretty quick, which did end up happening, but KLX obviously got past both of them, and KLX also a mishal, so I had to try to break away from him, but he made a mistake. That kind of dropped him out the DRS, and then it was just kind of down to pure race pace to see if he could catch back up. But I was just that tiny bit quicker, and yeah, just extended that gap as much as I could, which I did, kept him out of the DRS, and yeah, just kind of went on to win that race. But yeah, from my point of view, it was a really clean race. A couple of mistakes, but that's bound to happen when you've got near to none practice before the race. But just thought I'd jump in and have a bit of fun. But yeah, obviously very happy to take home a win at Hungary. It's a good track for me. I just love the fact that it's so twisty and turny, and it's really a good track just to see who's got pure cornering speed and all that. So it was good.
That is a fantastic response, mate. Well done. That's a paragraph and a half. During the stream, myself and Jerry, we were talking about that it's almost a masterclass watching the Tier 1 boys. You guys are just something else. What do you think? What do you think the key is to being quick around a track? If you could sum it up in a short sentence, what do you reckon the key is?
Practice and getting used to the game. That's all it really is. If you can practice and just get consistent at hitting corners right and knowing the turn-in points, braking points, how fast you can accelerate out of corners, that helps. And obviously just knowing the game and playing the game heaps also does help with that, prior knowledge of the car and what it does and the tyres and what it does and fuel.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. So Tier 1's obviously, it's a high-pressure, high-stakes scenario. Websy behind you, man, he gave you a run for your money in the first stint, certainly. How do you deal with the pressure when you've got someone like that behind you?
I think it's just always looking in front. It's never looking at the gap behind. It's just kind of focusing on your own race and just, using your ERS when you need to. Check every now and again how far he is behind, like check the gap, but just mostly just focused in front, hit your lines, hit your apexes, hit everything, and you just kind of don't feel that pressure from behind. You still do, obviously, but just not as intense as always looking behind, seeing, oh, where is he, how far is he, blah, blah, blah. So I think, yeah, just looking forward is a big thing to take that pressure off.
That's great advice, mate. Great advice. Thank you so much for joining us in the comms box. We will cut it short there. We'll see. I'm not sure who else we've got on here, but we don't want to run it too long. Well done on the race win, mate. That is absolutely fantastic to see a Haas up the front. We never see that in real life, so it's good to see it in virtual life. Well done, Frosty. Great race from you, mate. Great strategy. The only safety car in the weekend was for Tier 1 this evening, and it's good that there was not many incidents as such tonight. So well done, bro. We will see you next weekend. How do you feel about Spa?
I'll see if I can race it first off because I'm reserving at the moment. But if I do race Spa, it's going to be definitely the DRS track. DRS train will be very big, but it will just be down to strategy and who can just race the cleanest.
You're not wrong.
That's exactly it.
Exactly right. Any questions, Jerry, before we move on?
No, I think that sort of covered everything. It was good to hear your answer about how to handle that pressure. It's something I need to work on a little bit. When you got someone, behind you, breathing down your neck, it's it's hard to remain composed. So,
yep.
Good advice to everyone who paid attention to that.
Sounds good. All right, we'll leave you to it, Frosty. Thanks for joining us. Jerry, do we have anybody else here in?
Websy said he might be able to join late, but I don't think we should be waiting around too much for him. Yeah.
No, it is.
Congrats, guys, on the podium. So, Websy and Broke Vegan picking up some solid points. So, we'll see what happens in the stewards room. But congrats for the on track P1, P2, P1, P2, P3.
You're damn right. We will see it in the stewards room. What are your final thoughts leading us out here in Hungary?
I'm just always shocked by the pace that these guys have over, Tier 3 and over Tier 2. It's just such a different caliber.
I agree.
It's somewhere I hope to be one day, but definitely not today, definitely not tomorrow. But one day.
We can only aspire to be there.
That's it. But thanks for tonight. Thanks for having me. Marty B, always good to. I got to hear it live this time, which I'm happy about. So
What, the hot lap?
yeah, I think everyone missed the hot lap.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love to do it just as much as everyone else loves to hear it. It is a real passion. So, no, thank you all for tuning in.
Pleasure.
Yep, absolute pleasure, Jerry. All right, and on that note, I will then we'll cut it short. And I have been, of course, Marty B, same as ever. And in here, the comms box with Jerry. We've been at Hungary, and we will see you in 7 days on Sunday. Peace.